So we are with Sebastien Sasseville again, and I'm Shawn Shepheard. And last we talked to Sebastien was about 2 weeks ago when you were in the first week of your Outrun Diabetes run, 7,500 kilometers across Canada from Newfoundland. And now you're in week three. You've gone through a couple of weeks of running. The worst winter, I think, in Newfoundland in the last 10 or 15 years. Snowstorms, blizzards. As you can see in the hotel room, it's lived in. And so, first of all, tell everybody where you are right now, and just, if you could give us a little snapshot of what you've gone through in the last 3 weeks.
Sure. So I'm in Grand Falls, Windsor at the magnificent Mount Teton Hotel. So the staff here has been really, really nice. So the rooms are donated. The nights are all donated here. So we're finding a lot of amazing support on the road, and been running for 3 weeks. That's correct. It's been full on winter here. I think Newfoundland got so many storms already. Today I'm not running. There's a storm outside. I can barely see anything from the window. So it's been challenging. I'm feeling good. I'm starting to get a little more sore. Mentally, it's still, early in the process. So I'm fully sane, believe it or not. But that should get worse fairly soon.
So when you say physically, do you have a routine when you finish your run for the day? I know that you do some stretching, but can you tell us what your routine is when you're finished your run for the day?
Yeah, so a very important component of that routine is the ice bath. So I'll finish running, get in the escort vehicle, get proteins in right away, very important. That I do, I'll go to the ice machine, I'm actually going to do this right after this interview, so I'll fill this bucket with ice, fill the tub with cold water, and then just get in there for about 10, 15 minutes. So it's pretty painful, and it's the last thing you want to do after spending a full day running in minus 20, temperature. So, but in terms of recovery, it helps so much. So that's something that I do, and then I'll get into my recovery boots. So they're big inflatable boots, and they put a lot of pressure on your muscle, and it helps flushing all the toxins out. So two pretty important things. I'm really meticulous about those things. Try to do them every single day, whether I feel like doing it or not, because they help me survive and get ready for the next day.
So running in blizzards and then coming back to your hotel to have an ice cold bath.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And it's funny how it's a lot of and then I'll stretch. I'll do some core strengthening exercises just to keep everything loose. It's also a way to self-monitor, how I'm doing, what's tight, what's not, what's an area of concern, what's going well. But it's interesting how it's a lot of the things that I do when I'm not running that's successful when I run. So a lot goes on in the back scenes, definitely.
And you had an event last night that was your first of probably many events where the community comes out and gets a chance to meet you, and you get a chance to meet them. So can you tell me a little bit about last night's event and anything that really stood out for you?
Yeah, those events are my absolute favorite thing to do. So we had a very successful event last night, which was put together by Adamus and Lytian. And so we had a lot of patients coming out to the event. And I spoke for about 30 minutes, an hour, shared some words of wisdom, if you can believe that I can do that. And talk about the things that I'm going through, just from a patient perspective. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not an healthcare professional, so it would be very inappropriate for me to talk about best practices and tell people what to do with their diabetes. That's not. I share about the things that I've learned, things that have worked, things that didn't work, and try to share the experience in a way that's going to be useful for others. And it was wonderful to also see healthcare professionals show up. So we had a few people from the diabetes center, a few people from the local pharmacy, and a lot of kids. And that's definitely the highlight for me last night, to see quite a few kids, 5, 10 kids, fairly young folks, but to see them engaged and interested for about an hour, that was really cool. And hopefully, and that's my big wish, hopefully it made a difference for them.
Well, I'm sure it has, and you've got a lot more kids and stops ahead of you. So before I let you go, and just to let everybody know, you are sitting in Newfoundland in a snowstorm, so the video is getting a little choppy, and that's the reason why. So, but I can hear you loud and clear. I have prepared a couple of questions. Believe it or not, I have done some preparation for this. And we did not plan this. This is not staged. But I had a couple of questions for you. Maybe some of them are a little bit less serious. But the first question is, do you have a disco ball in your room?
It's funny you ask. I do have one. The disco ball thing, it's, one of those things we didn't plan either. We just, me and Patrick, the logistic guru, the driver, the guy, I'm running for several hours every day. He's driving behind me at 10 kilometers an hour. So he's got quite demanding, but for some obscure reasons, we are the proud owners of about I was hundreds of those, and that's a very long story. But we thought it'd be a good idea when we packed everything about a month ago to bring 200 disco balls with us on the road. So we didn't really know what we were going to do with them, and then we had that kind of the week idea. We've been doing that for a few weeks, and for us, it's just a way to recognize and to acknowledge someone who's went above and beyond to help us, support us, or just someone who sent some really cool, kind words of encouragement. So we've been acknowledging those people online on our Facebook page in the last weeks, and then we decided, why not send them something special to thank them, and that's, now it's going to be a disco ball. So we mailed our first disco ball this morning, actually. Last week we went out to Colby Rand, which is Colby's, an amazing young little guy we met, and he just got his insulin pump, very brave family, and, it was just a treat to meet them. So there you go.
There, and so everybody watching can go on the Outrun Diabetes Facebook page if you want to get in the running for one of those great disco balls. So, awesome. Okay, next question. We've got 3 more questions for you. 3 weeks into it, what has been your most embarrassing moment?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'm sure this will come. I don't know. I wish I had a good, funny answer, and definitely capable of self-derision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know.
Maybe,
in 2 weeks, I'll ask you the same question.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got something.
Okay.
My boy. So the interview that I did with CBC on Signal Hill, morning of February the 2nd, just before departure, and we had spent, a little bit of time on George Street the night before, and my voice wasn't right. And I tried to come up with a few words of inspiration, but I could just, picture my mom, watching TV, listening to my voice, and knowing what happened the night before. I wish, yeah.
Yes, the infamous George Street. I know it well. Two more questions. So, what is your favorite thing to do after the run in the evening?
I typically, the ice bath thing is pretty painful and not pleasant at all. But then once I'm out the ice bath, I take a long and warm shower, and it's pretty much the only quiet time that I get, because as soon as I'm done with that, it's back on emails, and there's so much work that goes into putting something together like that. So that warm shower is just quality time. Cool.
And last question. Totally unscripted, and if anybody knows both of us, it's unscripted. What's your favorite memory in the last 24 hours?
Favorite memory in the last 24 hours? The Team Canada, the women's team winning gold.
Yay!
We were in the room watching the game, and it was pretty cool. So I've been wearing those, Go Canada mitts for the last few weeks, and so no, it was totally cool to see.
Cool. Well, thank you again for taking the time to talk to us, and really do appreciate it. Our thoughts are with you, and all of our well wishes and our prayers. You making us all proud, Sebastien. So thank you for all that you're doing, and let's do this again in another week and a half or so.
Totally. My pleasure is all mine.
All right. Thanks, Seb. Bye for now.
Thank you.